Hi everyone, my name is Robert Wilcox, and I decided to do my topic for the webpage on the impact of video game consoles. And as you can see, this is my homepage with my GIF and my banner with a picture of myself, as well as I was able to use these HTML and CSS style format to format the background so it's gray and has the background of the video game console as well. The purpose of this project, I'm actually going to discuss how video games have impacted society as a whole and have had individual effects on people, as well as health risks associated with video games and how it's impacted the health of our youth in particular. So the first section I'm going to go to is the purpose section, which I was able to, as you can see, banner with my name on it, HTML, CSS style, bolded, with pictures of the video game consoles, just two of them. And the purpose of this project is to just discuss how video game consoles have changed over time, as well as how the impact on society has increased as we've gone along in the generations. This video I embedded discusses, the evolution of graphics from the early 50s to the late to 2015, which really goes along with the evolution of video games, which I'm going to talk about. So we're first going to talk about the impacts and effects that video game consoles has had on society. Again, my banner, HTML, CSS style format, bolded. I was able to import my graph, which is from my survey question, on the scale of 1 to 10, how much of an impact do you think video games has had on your life? And as you can see, from the youngest person being 19 to 45, it's varied there, which surprised me because I thought that the younger generation would have way more reliance than, the older generation, but that's not always the case. The 45-year-old was able to actually put a 5, so it shows that video games have, impacted everybody, no matter what your age is. Some of the benefits and harmful effects, just a brief overview. Kids see violence nowadays and through the video games, and which leads to violence outside. They don't get enough exercise because they're spending so much time playing video games. This little graph over here that you can see, entertainment's actually the highest influence on youth violence in 2009. I'm also going to play my video that I created earlier, discussing the impact that I think video games have had on society.
What do you think the impact of video games has on the economy and society?
I do think it has a beneficial effect on the economy because the video game consoles are so expensive and they're always coming out with new games that people are buying them and contributing money toward the company. But I think it does have a negative effect on society and culture because kids are more likely to stay inside nowadays as opposed to like they were in the 80s when everybody was outside and active.
Man, my life is boring. It sucks. Nothing good ever happens. Shit! Woo! Yes! My life is great!
Okay, so it's just a funny little video that I made before. The impact video games had a huge impact on society, the economy, bringing in a ton of money. These video game consoles are not cheap. It's creating jobs because people are able to, with the advances in technology, they're always hiring for people to make advances in the video game graphics and the technology that goes into them. I said that I think the potential impact on another field would probably be the military. We already see drones, being controlled from thousands of miles away using joysticks, much like video game joysticks. And I could see military using simulations like video games to draw battle plans, much like Call of Duty. So the next section I'm going to talk about is the technology that goes into video games. Over the years, it's increased dramatically. We go from, sitting down on your couch playing PlayStation to now we have Xbox, Kinect, and Wii, where you're the controller and you can move around and play sports games and get a little bit of exercise as you're playing the video game. The video games are now famous for using internet, Xbox Live, PlayStation Network, buying things online. You're able to, play against people from other countries over the internet. You're able to, now you don't even have to go, get games from the store anymore. You just download, put in your credit card number, buy them online, and just download them immediately. which actually helps with consumer data. And again, using the CSS element, we got the banner, we got the bolded headers, which helped with this, make this page look the way it does. Next section we're going to talk about is the data section, which talks about how, over time, data has taken a huge leap into the video game world. I mean, between storing saved data from video games where you can, pick up where you left off if you're done playing for the day, and, even it downloading games now. You pay for them online, you download them, they stay on your hard drive, which actually contribute to customer evaluation nowadays. They look PlayStation, Xbox, Wii. They're looking for the games that are downloaded the most, and that's how they can judge how they've the success of a game is selling. One data and privacy concern that I thought of was the fact that nowadays you have to put your personal information and your credit card number into PlayStation Network and Xbox Live in order to make an account. Which that data is saved, and if the network was ever hacked, you're talking people would have your personal information, your address, your name, as well as your credit card information. It actually happened a couple years ago with PlayStation. It was hacked, and millions of customers' information was made available to the hackers. Huge lawsuits went towards PlayStation for not having enough security and privacy in order to keep their information secure. And the last page that I have of my website is my references section. These were the 3 resources that I was able to find. Mostly dealing with the impacts on society and the health and the psychological aspect of it. The rest of the stuff I've been playing video games for a long time, and I've known about the different potential dangers with data and technology and how it's impacted society as a whole. But as far as like the children and how it impacts them, these were great articles that I was able to use to help my complete that section. So again, we got the banner and the references set page. So that actually concludes my website as far as the impact it's had on society. So I thank you for listening, and great.